Well, hello boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Tonight I'm going to start on a project. It's a little after 8 here, 8 p.m. at home. I got a project that a little more conventional that goes with this old radio. So I'm going to fix this radio up, I think, and give it to somebody I know is a friend of mine. So let me show you what I got. Nice Silvertone. It is a Silvertone, and it is it has shortwave and AM broadcast. Now the only problem with this is right there. Discussion kind of messed up. I mean the plastic face has got a crack in it. Can't do anything about that. I'm not even going to attempt to take that off. But case is a little worn. It's got a story to tell, as you know. I don't know if I'm going to refinish this. I doubt it. I think it's good enough. But I'm going to pull the chassis out here in just a minute. See if I can turn it around. I think hang on a second. Alright. So it's a Sears Silvertone. Got a little bit of cord issue right there, as you can see. We'll have to fix that. Let's see, assembled at plant 2. We actually have a little bit of a schematic diagram here. We got the parts list for the chassis. Here is the catalog number. It is a 8230 chassis 101835. Sold only by Sears, Roebuck and Company. And it looks like it's got a 1L6.5, a 1LD6, a 1LC5. What is that? A 35V4, a 1LB4, and a 1LD5. Looks like this thing could be used with a battery too, from what I'm understanding here. But it's got a Philco tube here. Looks like a GE right there. I can't tell. It could be. Looks like another Philco tube in two more that I can't see there. Really nice radio, big cabinet. Not sure the age of this thing. Let's see here. For best reception, always use recommended Silvertone aerial kit. Always retube with Silvertone tubes. They are guaranteed to give you perfect satisfaction for 1 full year. See guarantee tag. Silvertone tubes and aerial kits are matched to Silvertone radio. Like some kind of speech impediment tonight. So, let me get my manual out. Well, heck, we'll just do it this way. Antique radios right here. Let's look this bad boy up. So let's look up Sears. Make sure Sears is in here. It may not be. Tell you what, I'm not seeing it under Sears. So let's look under Silvertone. Yeah, here we go. Man, I am in trouble with that tonight. So it's 8230. Silvertone 8230. Getting closer. 8230 right there. Look at that. Look at that glare. Just up here where we can see it good. Anyway, the 8230 is a table model, 1949, wood, lower front side slide rule dial, upper crisscross grill, 2 knobs, broadcast, shortwave, 6 tubes, AC/DC battery. It's got a net worth of $35 to $45. Back when this manual, in 2001, that's what it was listed at. So there's that. Alright, so let's get ready to take it out of the case. Let's turn this. Thinking about getting me a Lazy Susan, or making a Lazy Susan to work on these things with. Looks like I'm going to need a flat head screwdriver, a little small one, to take these knobs off, so let me get that. Kind of unusual for me to be out here at night, but alright, at least the thing has its knobs. Alright, knobs are off. Turn that where I can see you. Alright, so let's have a look at the bottom. Got one screw left in it, so this thing has definitely been doctored on at some point in its life. So the best way to do this, I think, is I'm just going to kind of lean it forward very gently, and I'm just going to take that screw out right there. You got to be careful of the speaker. I think it just plugs in there. Alright. See if we can get this bad boy out. I think the speaker plugs in. I hope it does. Oh man, that's going to... Yeah, it's good. There we go. Yeah, we got it. Here is the chassis. There's the inside. It is a permanent magnet speaker, not a voice coil or field coil type speaker, so that's good. So we'll get back to this. Alright. It looks like the tuning dial. The dial indicator right there is give you a little telephoto. Give you all a little vertigo. You only had y'all's dose of vertigo today. The dial is bent, and it's got a little impact marks right here from something. It's had a hard life. Now that I can see it, it's got a little surface rust on it. Let's get this camera in. Let's get this camera mobile for a minute. Let's look at it together closely. And get my Chinese pointer. Anyway, got a little surface rust on it right here. I don't think it's too bad. This ought to clean off pretty good. Got a little bit of markings. Got it. I'm going to start over because I think I got y'all out of frame. Let's look at something here. Here's what I was talking about, the tune indicator right here. Bent. You see these little marks right here. These it's took a beating. At least the dial cord looks intricate, if you can see that. That's very in it, but it is intact. Yeah, it's got a little bit of corrosion on the top of the chassis. Nothing major. I think we can get that off with probably a little vinegar, maybe. All the tubes are present. Silvertone tube there. Couldn't see it a while ago. Don't know what this 50A5 is. Output transformer right there. Here is the capacitor right here for the isolation of the antenna input right there. So we'll take that off. So let me take this off and we'll look under the chassis. So be right back. Okay. Well, it's kind of a pleasant surprise. Here's the underside of the chassis. Looks really good. That's a paper cap right there. Looks like that's original. There's another paper cap here that looks original. Paper cap down there that looks original, best I can tell. This one may have been changed. I can't really judge. It looks like it might be original. This one and this one here, they look original. These all look like original, original caps. This one may have been changed. There's a candome resistor in there. Hopefully that thing's still good. It's really nice looking build. It's really clean inside here. So, tuning dial arrangement right here, and it's band switch right here. So you got your band switch and then your tuning all on one side, and then you got your on, off, and volume right here on this side here. So that's cool. This is interesting right here. I'm going to have to look that up. I wonder why is that heat shrink, that on there. I wonder if that's that thing is stiff as a board. So I may have to look at that. So anyway, the line cord's got to go. Not about to plug this thing up. But we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 capacitors, counting the antenna capacitor. So there's 14 caps in here that needs to be replaced. And somewhere in here is the electrolytic. There's an electrolytic cap in here. I think it's right there. So that's going to have to go. That's going to have to be restuffed. You know how good I like to do that. So that'll be interesting. Bunch of resistors. Oh, this resistor looks like it's a Allen Bradley style, which may have been changed. Yes, look right there. This candome resistor right here. Something's been done to it. It's been disconnected. Now I guess this is what took its place right there. So yes, something been done to that candome resistor. So we'll have to look at that to see if we have to change that out to something more suitable. Anyway, so I guess besides we'll have to check all the resistors. I'll have to check all the resistors in here. I ain't gonna bother with the caps. I guess one thing that and I'll check the tubes. I might check one tube just be part of the video, but see how good they are, and we'll look at this on-off switch right here. Yeah, that's really special looking. I just noticed that. So anyway, let me go ahead and cut this cord off. I'm going to turn it back over, and we'll just pick a couple of tubes, get the Hickok out 600A, test a couple of tubes and see how good they are, and I'll just test the rest off screen so I don't make a super boring video. So I'll be back. All right, that's the best field of vision I can get you guys. I have my 600A Hickok tube tester here, and I'm going to test 50A5 tube first. Loctal, I think that's what these are called. They were very popular in car radios, if I understand right, and that's what this little snap-on base is for. Right there is to keep the tubes inserted and keep them from falling out. But the problem is the pins are very problematic as far as connections. So anyway, setup chart says filament of 50, okay, and then set this up for JR 6237. So 6237, and then a bias of 10, and then a English of 91. So it's just supposed to have a value of 7500 for the transconductance. We're going to set it for the 15,000 scale on here. So now we read it on the 15, and that will tell us exactly the shape of this tube. So let's plug it into the socket here, which I think is this one. Alright, power it up. Alright, we're going to do line adjust. Set it for the middle. You can see it. Let me move my other hand in. The connections in this. It's about time to service this thing again. Anyway, we have the line adjust can't talk tonight. The line adjust calibrated. So now we press P4, which is GM. This tube tests 10,000. So it's above what is shown for a good tube. So let's bring this back down to 91 on the English and retest it. And it shows, it kicks the scale on the good. So that part of the tube is good according to this. So let's reset this now to check the other side, which is the diode side. So it's still, again, it's JR 35620. So 356. Oh, and I forgot to test for shorts. We'll do that in a minute. Alright, so now it says press P1 then P4. So P1, P4. Don't see anything. What'd I do wrong? JR 3562, JR 3562 020 91. Okay. Do that again. I don't know, I ain't getting nothing on that one. Ain't getting nothing out of that. What am I doing wrong here? Let me go re-look that up. I'm such a chowderhead. That was a 50 B file I was looking at for this second one. Never mind. Tube test good. So let's put it back where it was. I want to recheck. I forgot to check for leakage and all that kind of stuff. My bad. I'm tired. Put this back on 15,000 so that scale will be accurate. So yes, it's still a good tube. It's a good tube. So now let's just rotate the shorts button. That's good. So now let's test this thing for gas. So we got to put the bias, if I remember right. English has got to be at 73. Let's see. If we turn the bias all the way up. And then we hold P5 down and then turn the bias back down till we get one indication on the meter right here. And then we press both buttons. And it went back to where it was calibrated at. So this tube is a good tube. It has, it's warm too. So it has good emission. It has good, where you at? has good emission, no leakage, no gas. So we're good. We're good there. Thing's a little hot too. Alright, so 35Y4, which I believe is a rectifier too. Not bad. Let me get the specs on that. Alright, we're going to test this 35Y4. Apparently it's a rectifier. Don't know much about this. Let's look that up in the tube data book and let's see what it's made of. 35Y4. Let's look that up real quick. This is 35W4. 35Y4 half-wave vacuum rectifier. It's a glass lock-in type using power supply of AC/DC receivers. The heater is provided with a tap for the operation of a panel lamp. Outline 20. Outline section. Tube requires lock-in socket. Heater volts AC/DC 35 amperes, 0.15 amp. For maximum ratings, refer to glass octal 35Z5 GT. For typical operation in curves, refer to miniature type 35W4. So that's its layout right there. So it's a half-wave rectifier. It only has one element. So let's set the filament for 35. All right, and then we're going to do O2 0207. So 0207 0 and then 065 right there. Plug it in. Hope I did it right. Line adjust is a little high. Alright, that's good. We want to press P3 and we're going to look at the top scale here. I think diode's okay. I think that's where it is. Anyway, rectifiers. O207 JR0207 0 065. I don't get any indication here. I think this thing has got an open filament. Thought that line adjust acted funny. Notice the line adjust did not go down. I think this tube is bad. Let's see if I can measure the filament. Let me look that up again. Y4, if I got to look. The filament is on pins 1 and 8. So, find a voltmeter, ohmmeter should I say. Move you over here, give you a little concussion here. Zoom you in a little bit. So I'm going to test this filament of this tube with my ohmmeter. So we're just going to put it on K ohms, 200 ohms. That ought to do good. We're going to change the probes out to something that will grab. Out of the way. Bear with me. Alright, pins 1 and 8. I dropped the voltmeter. Hell, every time I get one on, I drop the other. Here we go. I'm just going to hold it in my hand. Okay, I'm clipped on to pins 1 and 8. I think. That's aggravating me. Give me a second. All my meter leads are all intertwined and all out of order, and don't know how that happened. Sorry about that. This is supposed to be a quickie, turning into a zippy. One more try, y'all. I'm going to test the ohmmeter to make sure it's working. First off, always check your ohmmeter, make sure it works. So I'm going to short the pins out. Alright, that's good. Alright, I'm going to 1 and 8. 1 and 8. It is an open filament on that tube. Look at a bad one here. Yep, probably why they quit using it. So the first thing I do is get me a 35Y4. So I'm just going to take and mark an X on it. Anyway, that's my tube testing for right now. So I guess the next step is let's have a look at the important stuff. It's a line powered set, so there's no power transformer we have to test, which is good. Get all that stuff out of the way. So we have a casualty already, so let's check the output transformer. That's going to be the next thing right there. So we'll check the let's see, I can't see y'all, y'all can't see me. So what in the devil is that guy doing? I don't know either. Turn it up where we can see it. Let me get me a meter that you can see. Get my trusty Fluke 77 out. The reason I'm using it so we can at least see it. Alright, the output transformer is, the leads come out right through that hole right there. So I'm going to measure the secondary first. And it looks like the high side is right here, and I think it goes to ground. Let's see. Yeah, so we have 1 ohm. So I assume that's good. Now we know, well, the secondary is good. Let's find the primary. So the primary is right here. We'll find it on this cap. And this cap right here. We've got about 600 ohms. So I say that's probably good, but there is a capacitor across it. They call that the tone cap or quality cap. So I'm going to clip that little sucker off if I can get in there on my little cutters. Scared me. So 600 ohm primary. So the output transformer appears to be good. Okay, good. So now I don't know about the IF transformers. There is one here, one there, as you can see. But I don't think I'm going to check those tonight. I am going to see if I can find a schematic on this and round up the parts and everything for it. So, sorry, me and this camera just goes round and round. So that's it for right now, this segment. I'm tired. I'm gonna go in the house and see how many people's mad at me and all this stuff. But tomorrow I will I'll test the IF cans and make sure they're good and all that, and go ahead and work up and check the rest of these tubes. I've got 15 minutes. I can check the rest of these tubes. I think I can do that in 15 minutes. But we do have a rectifier tube out. The output tube, which 58.5, checked good, so we got 3 more to check. Let you see how good those are. And we'll go from there. One good thing about it, the wiring in this set looks really good. So anyway, that's where I'm at now. I ain't gonna bug y'all with all that other stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and test all the tubes and make sure they're all good and all that. And I might actually have one. Wouldn't that be something? So anyway, I'll probably work on this again tomorrow, hopefully. So I don't know how my day's gonna go, but hopefully we can at least get enough to where I can order parts and maybe come in sometime next week. So I will see you in the next segment.